What is going on, Life Fitness Coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Trainer podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about skill, developing the skill sets to be able to be successful. Now, I think that this is a perfect time for this conversation, just based off of the fact that New Year's is right around the corner. And in my personal opinion, if you are not building your business right now and you're not setting yourself up for success for January 1st, you are leaving a massive opportunity on the table and you are going to get left behind. And I think that a lot of online fitness coaches that are trying to build a successful online business are, doing all the things that they quote unquote should be doing. Like you're posting your content and you're sending some DMs and you're hoping that people reach out to you and you're fairly consistent on social media. Yet for some reason, you still can't get people to reach out to you. And so in today's episode, I want to give you the framework to think through so that you can start developing the skills that are necessary to hit the next level in your life. I also want to give you guys like a mindset that I kind of like adopt when it comes to developing a skill that allows me to progress faster. And finally, I just want to give you permission to be an absolute beginner so that like you're not going to be good for a long period of time. So anything that I've done that I've advanced, significantly in, the number one thing that I think that has allowed me to advance over an extended period of time is this mindset and this ability and this belief that everything in life that we do is a skill set. I believe that every single thing that we do in life is a skill set. I believe that the way that we love our partner is a skill set. I believe that the way that we communicate is a skill set. I believe that the way that we show up on social media is a skill set. I believe that our level of sales is a skill set. I believe that my athletic ability is a skill set. And I view everything in life as a skill. Now, the reason I think this mindset is an important one to adopt and it may be useful for you to take on is because most people give themselves limiting beliefs based off of how they're showing up right now. And so if your content isn't hitting, you will say to yourself, I'm not good at content. And because you say to yourself, I am not good at content, what ends up happening is you start acting through those beliefs, right? Your content sucks because you think it sucks, because nobody's watching it, because you think you're shadow banned, because nothing's working, right? And because we end up doing that, because we end up saying to ourselves, certain things that keep us stuck in a certain place, like nobody's reaching out to me, nobody's buying, what ends up happening is we start believing that. And when we start believing that, we start acting through it, and we start acting through it, we get those results. So I have the opposite perspective, and I want to share it with you, and maybe you can adopt it and you can find some use cases for this in your life. If there's something that I think is going to benefit my life, I will focus on developing the skill of that thing. And there's certain things that I have no desire to develop skill in. Like, I don't want to learn how to climb a fucking mountain, okay? I don't like hiking. I think it's stupid. I have no desire for hiking. However, there are certain things that I am very bullish on, that I'm very committed to, just based off of the fact that I know that they're going to level up my life, like content, right? So content, I think, is one of those skill sets that as you get better and better at it, you make more money because you get seen by more people, your audience grows on Instagram, you get more leads reaching out to you, all this shit, right? So how do we start viewing everything in life as a skill? And then what do we need to do in order to master that skill so that we can become elite at it, so that we can make more money? Here's how I view it, okay? You might suck at content right now and that's okay. So it's okay to not be good at something right now. I think having the self-awareness to recognize like, hey, I got to work on my content. That's okay to have that recognition. And then once you have that recognition, not saying to yourself like, oh, nothing's working, it's just not working, blah, blah, blah. You need to make the commitment that for the next 365 days, you are going to become better at content. And so how do we do this, right? I've got a few ways, and I'll tell you some of mine. Number one, immersion. If I want to get really fucking good at something, I immerse myself in that thing. And I can think back to even when I was like 14 years old and I played RuneScape, right? How many of you guys know fucking RuneScape? But I'm a video game nerd. Fuck my life, whatever. But when I started RuneScape, I immersed myself in that game. And because I immersed myself in that game, I was able to progress very fast. It's the same thing like when I started socializing. Like when I went from fat to not fat, I wanted to learn how to socialize. So I used to make myself go out to the mall when I was 16 years old and approach people to develop the skill set. I was immersing myself. And when I wasn't approaching people, I was studying videos of how to approach, and I was getting better, and I was like learning different things that I could say. Same thing with online coaching. When I became an online coach, it wasn't just like I started online coaching. I immersed myself. I found other online coaches that were in my area that was doing what I wanted to do. And I was asking them questions. I was asking them to take them up for coffee. I was reaching out to mentors and asking for advice. Like I was immersed, right? And I think that immersion is the number one way to progress in a skill set faster than anything. And I think that the reason that people hold themselves back from immersion, and when I say immersion, I mean you literally fucking surround yourself with the skill that you want to develop. It's like, if you look at my computer screen, whenever I'm trying to develop a skill set, it's like, as soon as I'm done my coaching calls, I'm listening to videos. As soon as I'm reaching out to mentors that have that skill and I'm hiring them. And then not only am I hiring them, I'm also doing my own research and figuring out like what I believe so that I can create my own opinion around the skill. So I'm like learning from mentors, I'm studying videos, I'm watching YouTubes, I'm listening to the podcast, doing whatever I can to immerse myself in that one thing. So immersion, that's number one, because if you can immerse yourself in the thing and you get surrounded by it, like you're going to start to get these like intuitive like knowings, and also you'll develop a deeper level understanding of it. And as you develop a deeper level understanding of it, you will grow. And this has happened to me with everything. It's happened to me with how I sold prospects and made money. It's happened to me with my content. It's happened to me with learning how to run a gym. I just immersed myself in the fucking thing. And as I immersed myself in the thing, I got better. That's number one. That's the first ingredient. The second ingredient is really fucking simple. And I want you guys to like really pay attention to this, because if you do, and you actually take it seriously, you'll be ahead of 99% of the pack, because 99% of people don't fucking do this because they're lazy and they're impatient. Okay. So the second thing, besides immersion, that will take your business and your life and your skill set to the next level is very fucking simple. It's time. Time in the game. Time. One of my clients, Trent Harrison, has been with me for 4.5 years. And in that last 4.5 years, he went from 7,000 followers to over 1 million followers. He went from making $3,000 a month to making $100,000 to $150,000 a month every month for the last 6 months straight. It's just time, dude. But so many people approach it from one way or the other, right? It's like, I'm immersed and I'm fucking fully committed and I'm all in and I'm doing everything I need to do for a fucking short period of time, and then nothing hits. So I'm just going to give up, right? That's what a lot of you guys do. Or the opposite. You're just putting in the reps, but you're not immersing yourself in leveling up the skill set. And you can't have one without the other. You must have immersion. You must surround yourself with people. You must learn from mentors. You must study. You must evolve. You must get better. And you must put in the fucking time. There's no shortcuts to anything in life. Whether that be your fitness journey, you want to get in the best shape of your life, there's no fucking shortcuts. There's no shortcuts to financial wealth. Like, you can't shortcut your way to success. You can't shortcut your way to more Instagram followers. Everybody that's tried to do that, whether you're buying followers, whatever the fuck you're doing, obviously it ends up like hurting you in the long run. It's immersion and time. Those are the two ingredients that you need to develop skill, with also the mindset that everything in life is a skill. From your social skills to your confidence, to your communication, to the way that you love people, to the way that you sell, to the way that you deliver on content, all of it is a skill set. And if you want to get better at a specific skill set, immersion and time. That's it. That's all. I got to run, y'all. I got a flight to catch. I hope you guys have the best day of your entire lives, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at @TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.